Hi Logic students, this is the second video on chapter 6. In the first video I explained that symbolization is your friend. Symbolization is abbreviation. It is something that helps you see more clearly what the structure of statements and arguments is. Our symbols so far are the capital letters of the English alphabet. We said that they stand for complete statements of English. So here is an example. Imagine that you have the statement Winston Churchill was the British Prime Minister during World War II. You want to symbolize this statement. In this case, this is very easy to do. It's a single statement. So you can pick a letter, whatever letter you would like, and put down that letter as a symbolization of this statement. For example, you can stipulate that A will stand for Winston Churchill was the British Prime Minister during World War II. You could have picked a different letter. As long as you make it clear, you could have used Z. Some people like to use letters that kind of remind them of the original statement. So because this statement starts with a W, you may pick W. But as long as you make it clear that you're using this particular letter with the meaning Winston Churchill was the British Prime Minister during World War II, you can use whatever letter you want among the 26 letters of the English alphabet. Remember, you don't use lowercase letters, you use only the uppercase letters. And again, the letters stand for complete statements of English. They don't stand for bits and pieces of those statements. So don't be tempted to go, Winston Churchill was the British Prime Minister during World War II or something like that. This is completely wrong. You don't want to do it. Here are the other symbols of this language. They do not stand for statements, but they stand for logical connectives or logical operators. A logical connective is a word or expression that does not mean anything in itself, but serves to modify or connect statements with each other. So, for example, not does not really mean anything in itself, but it's a word that can be used to modify another statement. If somebody says, it is raining, and I want to deny that statement, I will say, it is not raining. So that modifies the original statement. The symbol for not in our textbook is this. It's like a bar with a little thing here at the end. For these symbols, you can probably get them from Microsoft Word or in some other way, but I would simply recommend using substitutes from your keyboard. So in the standard keyboard that you have in your computer, if you look at the top left-hand corner, you will see that you can generate this symbol. This is a symbol some of you may be familiar with if you are if you speak Spanish or if you have studied Spanish. I think it's called the tilde, and you can use it for not, for negation. Actually, some textbooks do use this symbol instead of the other one for not. Here's the symbol for and. You can actually get this from your keyboard too. Look at the top of the keyboard, the number 6. If you hold down Shift and hit that key, you will generate this symbol. Here's the symbol for or, and it looks like a lowercase v. So you can just simply use that key on your keyboard. It's interesting that or can be taken in two senses, in two different meanings. There's the inclusive or, and this is the symbol for inclusive or, and the exclusive or, and this is the symbol that our textbook uses, a vertical bar. What is the difference? Well, the inclusive or means either this or that or both. The exclusive or, on the other hand, means either this or that, but not both. So think about situations where or would be used exclusively. Somebody may be offered two alternatives, but they can only pick one. Whereas in some cases, or is used inclusively. It means either this or that or both. Then we have a symbol for if then. Think of how many sentences take on the form if then. If it rains, I'll bring my umbrella. If you want to graduate, you will need 120 credits, and so on and so forth. The symbol for if then is the so-called horseshoe. Obviously, it looks like a horseshoe, that's why it's called a horseshoe. In your keyboard, if you look down to the right, there's the key that you use for the period. If you hold down Shift, you can generate the greater than sign, so you can use that when you type in your exercises as a substitute for the horseshoe. And finally, the symbol for if and only if, which is the so-called triple bar. Obviously, it's called the triple bar. In your keyboard, you can use the equals sign, which is in the top right-hand corner. The other symbols that are used in this language are very simple and familiar. They are the parentheses, the open parentheses, and the close parentheses. That's all. So these symbols and the capital letters of the English alphabet. But you will see that this is a very powerful language. It has a very strong expressive power, and you can capture an enormous amount of statements and arguments just by using these symbols. In the next video, we will see how to use these symbols to abbreviate some examples from the exercises in the textbook. Until then, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.